Well, hey, the sun's out. Thank goodness. I think it's the first time we've seen it this year. Parked at the car park in Newton under Roseberry, which is just underneath one of the local landmarks in North Yorkshire, and that is Roseberry Topping. Just over 1,000 feet, so nothing too major, but just nice to get out and stretch my legs. And I'm going over the lakes on Saturday to climb up Helm Crag with a few other YouTubers. I'm meeting up with the Fat Boys on tour. Graham Saunders and canny bunch people, Chris, Leona, really nice people, got their own YouTube channels. I'll put a link in the description. But as well as the sun being out, and as well as me being out, I've just parked in the car park. I think the local Borstal is also out. Looks like they're going to be climbing the Roseberry Topping as well. So I'll give them a bit of a head start, I think. So that's where we're headed, Roseberry Topping. Been up there many times when I was a kid. Took my sons up there when they were little, and I took my grandson up there before. So a solo for me today. So the closer and closer you get to the base of Roseberry Topping, the higher and higher Roseberry Topping looks. So it is quite steep, so can you pull up there? But well worth it when you get to the top. You get spectacular views towards the North Sea, and if you look back you can see over the North York moors. So really looking forward to Saturday, meeting up with Graham, Chris, Leona, a few of the other Fat Boys, and I think we celebrating Dave Galloway. The guy, I mean, I think he's 76-year-old there now. He battled through cancer twice, and 10 years ago he seen Graham and asked if he and the Fat Boys could help him climb all the Wainwrights. So over the last 10 years they've done it, and each time they've come up it's been a 700-mile round trip. So they've stopped a couple of days each time and done climbing in all weathers. And Dave, to his credit, has managed every single one of them. So real canny lad. So I take my hat off to him, I really do. So looking forward to meeting him, rest of the guys, and having a good day's climbing the lakes. Got a canny path to follow up, to be quite honest. It's steep, it doesn't look on here, but the previous bit was very steep. I've only been going about 10 minutes, but you make a lot of height straight away. The only problem is with it's like being muddy, it's very slippy. What a racket. A lovely racket though. Only less than an hour to get to the top, to be quite honest, and that being the very top point there. The graffiti that's been chiseled into the stone over the years. Off the top there now, too windy at the top there to do any filming. Really nice views. I say 45 minutes, hour max to get to the top, and that's just steadying away. A couple of people at the top, and after about 5 minutes they're all gone, so I had the whole place to myself. The Borstal crew had gone over to Captain Cook's Memorial, which must admit I was going to head over to and do a 6-mile circular walk. Nice little stretch out for my legs, really enjoyed it. Back to work tomorrow, 2 days, and then over to the lakes on Saturday. The glorious North Yorkshire moors. Funny, he's getting away from the top there, all of a sudden there's not a breath of wind, and it's really nice, to be quite honest, there now. I've walked over the top of Roseberry Topping and come down the other side. It's a little less steep this way, but one thing it is, it's very muddy. So any steep bits when you come down in the mud, basically you're not stopping. Actually skiing down here, a couple of times I've gone down about 2 or 3 feet. I just couldn't stop myself. But But when I came up with my grandson about 4 or 5 years ago, we came up in October. It was a really frosty morning, and the stones coming up were really slippery. So we came up that way. I didn't fancy coming down that way because of the risk of falling onto the stones, so we came back down this way, and it was absolutely a mud bath. I remember saying to my grandson, whatever you do, take your time, don't slip in here, because if you do, you're going to get covered. And no sooner got the words out of my mouth than I went arse over bloody tit, straight down from the top of my head to the bottom of my heels, covered in mud, much to the delight of my grandson who managed to keep his feet all the way down. So you've got a few options. I'm going to the left and meet up with the path that I initially came up this morning. About 2 inches of bloody mud here. It's been like this all the way down. Eventful coming down so far, touch wood. I managed to stop with my feet. Not long to go there now. About another 100 yards, take a right, and it's just the track back down to the car park. And back home. I need to be back quite early today. It's my grandson's birthday today, Harry METALMAN. So he's 11, so he's come round for something to eat. It'll be nice to see him after school. Next time I'll bring Mrs. METALMAN with us, and we'll go up the Captain Cook Monument to Letica as well. Bit muddy today, I must admit, wait till it dries up a bit. Just finished the walk there with went through a kissing gate. So it's a shame Mrs. METALMAN wasn't here today, because whenever we go through a kissing gate, I always insist on a 2-minute snug. Oh, till I'm out again, which is this Saturday. Thank you very much for everybody that subscribes and watches these videos. Really do appreciate it. So thank you, and see you on the next one.